coming from France, a long way, to New Zealand. I'm not from France, but I'm from that part of the world. And I'm traveling with a few devotees. Maybe you know ISKCON. This is ISKCON here on the controls of mobile. He's kind of from Wellington, you could say. And others were with us, but they've gone to Auckland for the Holy Festival today. So we're traveling around. We've been to Auckland, Dunedin, now here in Christchurch, and tomorrow, day after tomorrow, we go to Wellington, then to Australia. And we've been here many times. I think the first time I came here was in about 1988 or 89. Of course, the old temple before the earthquake was here. Some of you remember that. Some of you have been coming here for many years. You remember that very well. You remember. I've seen you for a long, long time. And some of the devotees in the back, of course, who are very senior members of the community here, Prananath, Yasoda, and others were here in those days, I believe. Kalasamvara Prabhu was here as the temple president with Jambavati, now Janavama, and quite an active temple in those days, wasn't it? A lot of devotees living in the temple. Of course, it had much facilities now. As I said, the temple is very nice now. We don't have so much living facility, but the temple is very nice. And anyway, that's a long history, and I've come here many times in between. So it's a very, what can we say, wonderful opportunity here in Christchurch. And now we have a new phenomenon with many Indian devotees and members of the Indian community in this city who are naturally looking for some spiritual community, some place where they can come to continue your culture, which is very important, especially for the children. So we're happy to be here today, and we'll try to speak a few words about, I don't know about what should I speak about tonight?
Krishna.
Pardon? Somebody said something.
Krishna.
Krishna?
Radharani.
Radharani?
Radha and Krishna.
Lord Chaitanya? He's both. What else? Many of you don't know about Lord Chaitanya. You know, one of the biggest, let's say, opportunities amongst the Indian people is the opportunity to find out about Lord Chaitanya. Most Indian people, north, south, east and west, have heard of Krishna, isn't it? Even in South India, they may not know much about Radharani, but they've heard of Krishna, isn't it? Even in southern India. And anyone here from Tamil Nadu? Any Tamil Nadu? Anyone from Tamil Nadu? Anyone from Kerala? Karnataka? Okay, one from Karnataka. Anyone here from Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Telugu? Any other Telugu? Not many. Anyone from Sri Lanka? Not many southern Indians here. Huh? Anyone here from Middle India, Maharashtra? Oh, it's a fair few. Huh? Odia, Odisha, whatever you call it now. Odia. Anyone from Odia? Odeon? No? Anyone from Gujarat? Oh, quite a few hands have gone up now. Now we're getting closer to the mark. So you've definitely heard of Krishna. You must have heard of Krishna, right? You may have heard of Radha also, because in Gujarat most people are somewhat Vaishnava at least. And maybe worshipping Mother Amma or whatever as well. What about from Rajasthan? Anyone from Rajasthan? Nobody. Rajasthan is very much Vaishnava inclined. Anyone from Haryana? Nobody. Anyone from, oh yes, there is, Haryana. Oh, very nice. Very close to Kurukshetra. You must know Kurukshetra, where Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita. Have you been there? Anyone been there? Besides you, of course. Anyone been to Kurukshetra? There we go. The place where Bhagavad Gita was spoken. It's a very special place. In fact, We often, it's a very deep subject matter, but it's a very deep mood of love for Krishna. And it's just, we won't talk about that tonight. Anyone from Bengal? Only one? Only one from Bengal? Two, kind of. Or let's go further afield. Anyone from the other side, Assam or Manipur or Tripura? Or where are you from? Assam. Oh, well, nice to see you. Thank you for coming. Assam, right on the northeastern side. Anyone from Madhya Pradesh? Anyone from Madhya Pradesh? Nobody. Anyone from Uttar Pradesh? Oh, only one or two. The biggest state in India, isn't it? Population-wise. Anyone from New Delhi? Only one from New Delhi. Amazing. It's getting down. There's only a few places. Well, of course, there's the states around there, Himachal Pradesh and all these little places. Anyone from the mountain area, you know? Himachal. Oh, really? Himachal Pradesh? Uttarakhand. Very nice. Oh, we missed out a few new states, haven't we? Jharkhand and Chhattisgarh. Anyone from there? Anyone from Bihar? No one from Bihar. Anyone from, God, what have we got? Punjab. Anyone from Punjab? Anyone from Punjab? That's not so many. I expected more hands to go up because most programs have been going to, half the devotees are from Punjab. So many Punjabi people coming here now, huh? Isn't it? I don't know where the rest of you are from. Anyone from New Zealand? Whoa! There's a few there. South Africa. Yes, South Africa. Mauritius. Fiji. Anyone from Fiji? Nepal! Ivo! Top of the world. On top of the world, Nepal. Yeah, it's a brilliant place. Many of you have been there. Wonderful country. We have beautiful temple there. I was just talking to, who was I talking to today? Ramanuj Prabhu. About when he visited the temple in Kathmandu. You've been there? Yes, it's quite an amazing temple, isn't it? On the mountainside. Who's been there? Kathmandu. You've been to the temple there. So you've seen. Amazing temple there. Incredible. So where else are you from? We had South Africa. UK? Is it okay to come from UK? TK if you're from Gujarat. TK. Well, it's got K for Krishna, so there must be some reminder there. We call it land of Ugra Karma. You know this term? Ugra Karma? UK, Ugra Karma. UK is where the Ugra Karma began, you know, the Industrial Revolution started right there. And it was the British who exploited India upside down, isn't it? Took all whatever they did. Shameful history, you could say. Yes, I'm from UK. Not very UK. It's more DUK now, Disunited Kingdom. But what to do? Anyone from any other countries of the world? Anyone made anywhere else? I'm made in England. Where are you made? Where are you made? Denmark. From all the way. Have you got your family here? Where are they? Your daughter? Hari Bol. Huh? Granddaughter. Oh, wonderful. Hare Krishna. Any other countries? United Nations, where are we? Where's Hari Kirtan? She's from Germany. Where are you from? Malaysia. Malaysia! My gosh. I lived 12 years in Malaysia. Anyone from Philippines? We had a devotee from Philippines. He's gone up to Auckland. Where are you from? New Zealand. New Zealand. Huh? Christchurch. You're a local product. Homegrown. It's amazing, isn't it? I mean, when we get down to it, you know, we're here and there, and people perhaps discriminate against each other because of where they're from sometimes. But they never even know each other. I don't know about in one country. I need some. Here we go. Even in the same country, sometimes different areas of the country, they discriminate against people from another area of the country. That sometimes go, or different races, like perhaps you've seen it when you were younger in South Africa. You know, it's institutionalized. It wasn't just based on the nature of the person, but institutionalized discrimination was there. Everyone knows that with Gandhi and so on and so forth in South Africa. Those feelings of self-centered or nationalistic feelings and fervor can be very strong. But the real, let's say, in one sense, is a secondary thing, but the product of Krishna consciousness, a byproduct, is we get over that and we realize no matter what our color, what our age, what our gender, what our culture we brought up in, and it's all okay in one sense, whatever it is. But we're beyond and above that. We're all of a different, we're not really made in Assam or Nepal or in South Africa or in Denmark or in Gujarat or in Punjab or wherever, England, UK. We're beyond that. The soul is the same quality. We all have our little individuality. That's why we see individuality now. If there was never any individuality, if there was never any kind of variation between living entities, there would be no question of any variation in this world either. But we see no two people are the same, are they? Some of you are married, some of you have children. We're all part of families. And you can see even between twins there are differences, isn't it? I don't know if any of you are twins or you have twins or you have twins in your family or something. But even between twins there's differences, not just gender differences, but personality differences. Different likes and dislikes, isn't it? There's nothing wrong with all of that. It's perfectly okay. Yeah, but the problem is we don't see where the real unity lies. It doesn't lie in being a human being. It doesn't lie in being a Christian, a Hindu, an atheist, a Buddhist. That's not where unity lies. You see even amongst a religion, so to speak, so many differences are there. Even fighting goes on between religious people of the same denomination. In the same family. I don't expect anyone here has ever had a quarrel in their family, have they? I'm sure the wife and husband have never quarreled, right? You're always totally united, isn't it? Perfect harmony. The children are always totally submissive and the parents are so loving always to their child that this child is always happy. But you may have experienced sometimes a little bit of friction, even in the family life, some of you, if not all of you, at least some of you may have done. I'm not saying you have. But we see this everywhere amongst politicians. They sometimes fight right in the parliament itself. They're punching, I've heard, fighting. There's nowhere in the world where you see actual harmony. There is in terms of nature's arrangement, but not in terms of conditioned living entities who are identifying themselves with this body having perfect harmony with somebody else. It may only last a moment or two and then it changes. Because it's based on illusion, it's based on a false precept or concept. It's based on the principle that we are this body. It's based on the principle, I am American, or I am a Christian, or I am an atheist, or I am a whatever, Chinese, I'm a Kiwi, I am a whatever we may think we are. Either a man or a woman, or we have our various doctrines and various, perceptions of things. We create various isms in this world, communism, and so many isms are there. All this divides us. Doesn't unite, it divides. The world is full of divisive opportunities, isn't it? And that's just in terms of our perception or our conceptual life. What to speak of various external influences that divide people. Recently we've had many such causes of division, isn't it? I think they're always there, but it's kind of accelerated with modern social media because everyone's kind of informed what's going on, or supposedly informed what's going on, isn't it? Whether it's taking place in Ukraine and Gaza Strip, or whether it's taking place in terms of world health. We didn't really know much about that until recent times. Social media has informed everybody pretty much on the spot what's supposedly going on somewhere else. And people form different opinions. Even in the families, sometimes you get, splits over, let's say, well, I don't get too political or sensitive, but so many issues even over COVID, different things. People were very divided in their, approach to the situation. And sometimes aggressively divided. And sometimes friendly relationships broke down over external changes. This is all evidential that our relationships are actually based on a material or an external platform. They're not based upon the essential or the most important thing of all. What is the most important thing in life? Some of you will have a different answer to that one, that's for sure. What would you say is the most important thing in life? Everyone would obviously have a different perception, but what would you say? Don't be embarrassed, say what you feel. We're not going to bite anyone's head off, don't worry. I'm a vegetarian. Love, okay, love. That's a nice idea.
Remembering Krishna at the time of death.
Okay, remembering Krishna at the time of death, a nice objective to work towards, isn't it? We can't guarantee it, but it's nonetheless, it is we could say, a real purpose of life. What else?
One's relationship with Guru and Krishna.
Very good. To develop or know one's relationship with God or God's representatives. Yes. What was your name again?
My name Ananta Sri.
Ananta Sri? Ah, that's it.
My granddaughter, she says family.
Family. Yes, this is a very, you could say common, reply to that question, which is normal, worldwide, family. Especially when we're young, it becomes, it's a very kind of right to the heart, isn't it? One's family is the most important. What else? Yes.
To get out of the cycle.
Oh boy, that's pretty philosophical, isn't it? To get out of the cycle of birth and death. Whew. That's pretty heavy. Wow. Yeah. And not everybody would think of that one. That's quite, maybe the others, when you think of Krishna at the time of death, or think of God at the time of death. Certainly family for sure. Love for sure. These things are, or even to know one's relationship with God, but to get out of the cycle of birth and death, that's quite something. Anything else? Yes?
Association of devotees.
That's kind of on a practical level. You could say that's an objective or a goal of life, or most important thing in life. In terms of those who are trying to practice devotional service or Krishna conscious service, Vaishnavas, yes, association with devotees is most essential. What else? It may not be, maybe, again, you have to define a devotee, and one would have to, you may have had enough of the devotees, you want to be on your own sometimes, but these are negativities, but for those rare few souls, yes. What else is an objective of life? Which really applies to everybody, it doesn't matter who we are.
Physical fitness.
Pardon? Physical fitness. Okay, there's a popular one if we're looking at our present situation, a human form of life, and whether we have spiritual or material intentions. Keeping the body physically fit may be some people's most important endeavor, practically. You can't do much when your body's not fit, you could say. But again, it's related to the body.
To be blissful.
Pardon?
To be blissful.
To be blissful, isn't that nice? You want to be blissful, full of bliss. Well, that's a constitutional desire as well as a temporary one. It's the nature of the soul, Nandamoy just sat to be full of blissful pleasure, looking for Ananda. We're meant to, we're Satchit Ananda. We're meant to experience bliss. Yes, yes, sir.
Doing your karma without expectation of fruits.
Pardon?
Doing your karma.
Okay, that's from the Bhagavad Gita. We mentioned that last night in Ashrita Karma Palam Karyam Karma Karoti and Sasanyasi Chiyogi Chananavagnya Chakriya. To perform our duty without expectation of results, you know. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna talks. This is a preliminary, but it's at a certain stage. It's like you go to school, you know, you were at primary school, I don't know what you call it here. The objective may be to pass your exam at that level. But once you pass the exam at that level, you go to another level. And then there's a different exam, maybe even different subject matters. So you rise up. But that is at one stage, that would be, you could say, a goal. The most important thing, you can't reach the next stage unless you pass that stage. What would be another one?
To understand the different purpose of life.
What is the purpose of life? Now that's pretty profound answer. To find out the purpose of life. I think that's a pretty good answer in many ways. What is the purpose of life? You could take that to just reduce it to human life or life in general. Well, let's keep it to human life, because generally speaking, in the human form of life, we have some ability, intelligent ability, to inquire in that regards. What is the purpose of life? Well, that's kind of what we're asking, isn't it? What is the most important thing in life? So what you're saying is exactly what we should be doing according to, isn't it? Find out what is the purpose of our lives. We've already heard that some have said to think of Krishna at the time of death. Someone has said to perform one's duties or karmas without attachment to results. Someone else said to experience bliss, different things.
Back home, back to God here.
Wants to go back home. Where do you live? You don't know how to get there? Where's that? Is that in Christchurch? Whereabouts in Christchurch is what's it called? Go Loka? Is that in Christchurch?
That's on the altar there.
Well, there you don't. Just go there. Go on. We'll be back there already. Well, that's nice. Objective. We have to have a goal in life, isn't it? If you don't have a goal, you're not going to reach it. There has to be some objective in our lives. Otherwise, life's pretty dead without a goal. Everyone's got some kind of goal, whether it's family, whether it's money, whether it's health, whether it's wealth, whether it's to feel good, whatever, they have a goal. So we've heard many wonderful ideas, wonderful suggestions. They're all relevant, they're all valid in certain time, place, and circumstance. Some are absolute. But to find out the goal of life, let's look at a scriptural verse, just to move a little further along the line here. There's a verse in the Srimad Bhagavatam. It's in the first, some of you have heard of Srimad Bhagavatam? Have you read, who's read the Srimad Bhagavatam, the big scripture, isn't it? Not many. How many of you have heard of Bhagavad Gita? Don't tell me you're from India have not heard of Bhagavad Gita. Come on. Have you heard of it, man? Never. I didn't think you had. You look like a typical New Zealand person. Some of you have read it, some of you have not. But the Srimad Bhagavatam is a follow-on from the Bhagavad Gita, you could say, in many ways. Bhagavad Gita points us in a direction to show us what the goal of life is. And Bhagavatam is, you could say, a literary manifestation of that goal. What is that goal? Bhagavad Gita points us in a direction or guides us to reach that goal. What is the goal? What is the goal? What does it say in Bhagavad Gita? What is the goal? The goal of life. Pardon? Hey, back to Vatsal. Hare Krishna. Good to see you, mate. How's it going? Going all right? And what did you, I didn't quite catch what you said. Atmani Vedana. Atmani Vedana. What does that mean? Is that no, it's not Maori. That's not English. What does it mean? Atmani Vedana, what does it mean? Most of us don't know what it means. Learned sages at the back there. Come on, some of you learned gentlemen at the back, what does Atmani Vedana mean?
It means engaging all of our senses in Krishna service.
Okay, that's basically, you could say that's the final point of the Bhagavad Gita, to engage ourselves fully. There's one verse in the Bhagavad Gita in the 18th chapter, 1865 or 65, I think it's 1865. What does that say? What does Krishna say? Well, there's two verses, aren't there? Is that 1866, isn't it? 1865 is? Ah, you got it. Who said that? There we are. Oh, wow. Are you from Karnataka?
Yeah.
That's why. They're intelligent people down there. Wonderful. Manmana bhava madbhakto. What's this verse say? Let's say it in English. What does it mean in English?
Always think of me.
Always think of you? No. Some people take it like that, don't they? Think of me. I am the center of the universe. I am God. You just haven't realized it yet. But I am God. Oh, boy, I've got such a bad toothache. It's terrible. Tooth fell out yesterday. It's awful. Anyway, I'm God. Are there any dentists here, by the way? Yes? Can I have an appointment? Who are you? I'm God. I need a dental appointment. What type of gods are we? We have a little godliness. Yes, Krishna says, always think of me, engage in my service, basically speaking. Offer your homage unto me. In this way you will come to me. So, in human form of life, yes. There's a very nice verse in the Srimad Bhagavatam in the second chapter, first part, second chapter. Kamasya nendriya pratir labhu jiveti yavara. Jivasya tattva jignas nartiyasya karmabi. The verse states that this human life is not meant for sense gratification. That's a big one, isn't it? Most of us think, our life is meant for sense gratification, to enjoy our senses, satisfy our senses. Some people think it's the opposite, to deny them, but not exactly. In that verse it says life is not really meant for sense gratification. One should live a healthy life, one should maintain oneself so that you can function normally. And that would include performing whatever regular occupational duties and responsibilities are, of course. But the primary thing is jivasya tattva jignas, to inquire into the nature of the Supreme One, the Absolute. Rarely is that there. How often do we find emphasis on inquiry into the nature of the Absolute? The nature of the relative, yes, that's very much emphasized. The nature of the universe, the cause of where we came from, all these things, okay, inquiry is good. But the Absolute, that which is beyond the material world, that which remains after the death of this body, that which remains after the universe finishes, what's beyond, that is very rare. And we could bring that down, we could reduce that to saying, in one sense, who am I? Who am I? That's another interesting goal, you could say, self-realization. People talk about it sometimes. We have one nice book, I don't know if we have it here. It's called Science of Self-Realization. Some of you have it. Is it available on the book table? I don't know. Maybe. Science, it's not exactly directly lined up like that, but it contains all kinds of different, let's say, aspects of the path to realize our actual self. Not that I am an American, not that I am English, not that I am Malaysian, not that I am Korean or New Zealander or Indian or Chinese or whatever we call ourselves or whatever. Not that I'm a man or a woman. That's just an external description of our condition. But to actually find out, who am I inside of this body? Who am I? The conscious entity who's experiencing the effects of this material body and the interaction with the world around us. Who am I? That's experiencing this need for love, this need, this emotional feelings. We can say, oh, it's the mind, but the mind is just a platform which is experienced on, you could say. It's like you watch a television, you're seeing it on the screen. The mind is like a screen which the soul is watching or witnessing. Through the senses, all these pictures and various forms are being shown according to the, our particular nature. It reacts with these pictures favorably or unfavorably. And then we come to a decision, some kind of conceptual decision about it. And we react accordingly, and we like and we don't like. I don't like this person, I like. This is all external. For the soul in every body is of the same intrinsic quality. Haribo. Hare Krishna. Haribo. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Jai. Hare Krishna. Jai. Welcome. No matter what our age, no matter what our creed, no matter what our gender, our color, the soul is of the same quality. That's where real equality comes. So to search out or to find, Bhagavad Gita in many ways starts with this and it ends with this, to realize our spiritual identity and what is our actual highest purpose of our existence. And, well, to say, it's pretty hard when we're surrounded by so much, whatever you want to call it, but materialistic life, materialistic temptations, so many devious, divisive situations, so much distraction. We get so entangled in this world, so entangled. Very hard. Even in the family life, there's so much attachment is there, so many complexities are there. And we have political turmoils and health issues, and so many things. But in this age which we're in, it's known as Kali Yuga, so we have to expect it. Just like in the winter, all those seasons of change, whatever, global warming or whatever you call it. Seasonal climates are not what they used to be maybe, but nonetheless we expect it to be warmer in the summer, colder in the winter, generally. So you're not surprised if it's cold in the winter. So this age is known as Kali. It means the age of materialism, the age of quarrel, the age of misunderstandings, Iron Age. It's expected that you could say the energies will be very strong in these directions. Hard to not be affected. Even if we're in the modes of goodness, we're trying to be good. Nonetheless, it's very difficult not to be affected. Kalaya dosha, there's a verse also in Bhagavatam. Kalaya dosha nidhe rajan asti heka mahangunata kirtana deva krishna syamukta sangha pranapajata. That in this age of Kali, we just had a nice lunch. We had dosha for lunch. You know, dosha, South Indian dosha. So in Kali Yuga there's lots of dosha. Is that what it means? Kalaya dosha. Not quite. Maybe in South India there's lots of dosha. You like dosha? Yeah, good. Kalaya dosha nidhi rajan. O king. In this age of Kali, it also refers to challenges or faults, doshas, difficulties in this age. Eka Mahanguna, but there's one wonderful thing in this age that we're in, which brings unity and achieves all of these purposes, by the way. Every single thing that everyone said can fall into place by this one. Here all the Aucklanders are walking in there, they're just arriving. Here they come. All the Aucklanders are now walking into the room. Yeah. Awkward land. Awkward, they call it awkward land. Auckland. Yes, all purposes. There's a nice verse in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Videshya yeshu tapasa chaiva daneshu yat punya palam padishtam. That by the process of not chanting directly, Krishna doesn't say that, but the process of devotional service, which is, let's say, manifested or fully represented in this age through chanting the holy names. And one achieves all the purposes, whatever you get from every other endeavor is achieved through devotional service. Yavan arta udapani, Krishna said in another place, yeah? Yavan arta udapani sarvatak samsatodikeda. All purposes that are served by a small pond are automatically served by a great reservoir of water. Similarly, one who knows the purpose behind the Veda. Veda means knowledge, by the way, but it refers particularly to the knowledge which in India they call the Vedas. It's the spiritual directions in life, the vast scriptures to give direction to people on the right path, you could say, towards the ultimate goal, the Vedas. And all purposes are served by the Vedas, because there are many, as you've mentioned, many purposes. Maybe 12 or so different perspectives were given in your answers earlier on as to the goal of life. So whatever your goal is can be served by this one act. Your family situation, desire for love, desire for happiness, performing your rightful duties, attaining, spiritual world, thinking of Krishna at the time of death, feeling bliss, whatever it was you said, all sorts of different things. And all be achieved by this one act of devotion, pure devotional service. So human life is to cultivate this pure, or facilitate pure devotional service. 6:30 is finishing time. Then Arti begins. Kaledoshinadeva Rajan Asti Hekamahanguna. There's one good quality, Kirtanadeva Krishnasya. In this age, particularly, that can be achieved, the purposes all can be achieved through one simple, it's so simple, it's almost unbelievable. It's too simple to be true, isn't it? What is that? Pardon? What's that mean? Eating prasadam? What is another foreign terms? Harinama eva kevalam. Kalo nastyeva gatiranyata. What does that mean? In this age, Kali Yuga, Kaler. In this age, there is only one method, which is to attain all these goals or perfection in life. Harinama eva kevalam. If you, not that we want $1 billion, say you had $1 billion, have you got $10 also? If you've got $10, you have $10, you don't have $1 billion. Not that we want that, by the way, but just an example. But if $1 billion, you've automatically got 1 million, haven't you? You've got everything else, also you pretty much with $1 billion you can get most things. So similarly, when one's got, you could say, the highest goal, highest perfection, fulfillment or realization of oneself, one has everything. There's no other value in this world. You don't need anything else. If you've achieved the purpose, what is the purpose? To be happy, to be peaceful, to be loving, to be loved, and so on and so forth. You've already got it. You don't need to make a separate endeavor. It's achieved by this pure, because it's the nature of the soul. It's the nature of the self. So to realize our nature, everything else becomes clear. But as long as we're thinking with this body or mind or something else, there's no end of challenges and of different kinds of divisiveness and divisions and frustrations and you name it. So to realize our self, our eternal nature, it's possible, and it's made possible in this age by this process primarily of chanting the Hare Krishna specifically. It doesn't have to be, it can be any name, spiritual name, but particularly recommended Iti Shodashakam Nam Nam Kalikam Shanasham. In this age of Kali, there's 16 Shodashakam, 16 names. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. One can counteract all the ill effects of Kali Yuga, and not only that, but heart becomes purified. One starts to realize one's spiritual nature and one's relationship with God, and by chanting, you'll feel blissful. You'll realize your real family, your real duty in life. You'll realize that. You'll attain that goal at the end of life of remembering Krishna by chanting his names, and you'll go back to Goloka Vrindavan. He's already gone, he disappeared. Where'd he go? He's already gone. Where's he gone? He's gone to Goloka. Huh? Somewhere like that. Disappeared. Oh, he's gone out to catch the flower airplane. Okay. It's not a question of getting in an airplane, it's a question of our consciousness. Change of consciousness, isn't it? It's all about consciousness in one sense. How we perceive the world around us. It's not the world that needs to change, it's how we perceive it. How we perceive it. If we perceive things in spiritual terminology, or not just terminology, with spiritual and vision, everything takes on a different perspective. We have no enemy in this world. Bajai will soon be manifesting himself behind the curtain or in front of the curtain and will be blowing on the horn to tell us all, to tell me it's time to shut up. We have to get on with the program. We have 2 minutes left. Any questions? Some of you are new. We welcome you today. We apologize if it's something unexpected or not to your liking. We apologize if that's the case. You can talk to some devotees afterwards, no doubt, to ask questions. Any questions? You're a very submissive audience. No challenges, no complaints. Come on, I heard that people from Karnataka are very challenging. No? Malaysia, where's Malaysia gone? There, Malaysia's over there. Don't be lazy. Malaysia. Yes, the young lady at the back there. Where are you from? Christchurch. I thought you were from Germany. Many, many moons ago from Germany. Yes, please, service.
I'm wondering, what would you suggest is the best way to chant the Hare Krishna?
The best way.
Yeah, is there any best way? Or?
The best way. The best way to chant. It's amazing. What a wonderful thing to say. Together, we all chant together. You know, yeah? Congregationally, let's all chant together. In one voice. All together. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Is that okay? That's a topic, and a big, wonderful topic. You can see that from so many different angles. And Bhakta has an answer. Chant with Devotion.
Attention with devotion.
With what devotion?
Attention with devotion.
Attentively with devotion. Okay, there you go. There's a practical application. Attentively. Of course, we may not really be able to apply what is devotion exactly, but at least we can try to be attentive. You know, if you're doing something, let's say you're going for an interview for a job. Some of you may be going sometimes for job interviews. You're going to be very attentive, right? You're going to prepare yourself, isn't it? You're not going to go dressed like a street, beggar or something, You're going to have a bath, you're going to look nice, you're going to put nice dress, you're going to get your CVs together. You're going to try to get all the right answers together. You're going to be very attentive to the interviewer. You're going to be on the ball, right? You're not going to put your feet up on his desk and light up a cigarette. Why are you asking me so many questions? Don't you know the answer already? What's wrong with you, And what's that on your table? Hey, give me that over there. I want to have a look at it. You're not going to get the job, are you? No way. You're going to be really attentive there, man, right? If you want the job. But we want to, and the same thing with the person. If you're meeting somebody, and you want to make a relationship with them, you're going to be very attentive in that interaction, isn't it? You want to find out about them. You want to try to impress them or something. But if you're all over the place, you're not listening to a word they're saying, you don't care less what they're saying, you just want to say what you want, they're not going to take much interest in you. So if you want a relationship with Krishna, if you want to achieve the purpose of Krishna's appearance in the form of the name, then we should show our side of it too. So we should try to be attentive. He's here. Krishna is personally present. Namachintamani Krishnas. How's that verse go? Namachintamani Krishnas. How's it go? Binat Vana Namino. That's the last line. I've forgotten the others. There's no difference between the Krishna and his name. He's personally present there. He's there. We may not see him because we're somewhere else. So the more we can be making the effort to be there with him, attentive, trying to hear the sound. And this is made easier when we all come together and dance and chant together. So he's standing there attentively looking at me. You better blow. I'll carry on till 8 o'clock if you don't blow the conch. Once I get started, I can't stop, So I think we should finish there. And we can try to together now. We request you all, please join us. The proof of the pudding is in the eating. Have you heard that saying? The proof of the pudding is in the eating. You may not like it. That's your choice. There's no problem. But at least we should try. Give it a go. Try to chant and try to let the sound vibration enter into the heart. Just try to hear the sound and just take advantage of this opportunity of association of devotees, this association with Krishna in his Namarup form. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Nitai Gaura Chandra ki jai, Gaur Premanandi. Well done, well done. Very well blown. Excellent blower. Hare Krishna. Jai Nitai Gaur Chandra ki jai. Oof. Oh. How do you go, Finn?
Would you please lead the action?
You want me to sing? Okay, I'll try. Before we die, I'll try. I don't know why, but we'll try, huh? Somebody told me.
Okay. I was going to say.
I knew you, but I just had to ask someone. I know we met before, haven't we?
We had.
Yeah.
Last
time I was here, exactly. Yeah, that's where we met. What do you normally chant? Just go Nama Om like that, isn't it?
Nama Om
and then into Sri Krishna like that. Hare Krishna. If you don't know the first two little mantras we chant, just be patient. Then we'll go on to the one on the left side. You see on the wall there, there's this beautiful white, whatever you call, writing up there. That will be the third mantra we chant. And for most of the rest of the time, we'll chant this one here, which most of you are familiar with, but it's there anyway. Okay, everyone ready? Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitinamine Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya. The ladies are taking the whole room here. What? Over there. Push them over. Come on. Get them over there. Whoa, whoa. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvasesha Sunyavadi Asachari Sattari Now, for those who don't know, it's the mantra over there on the left. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura chant the one on the right. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Come on, move. Come on. Somebody mentioned good health. A little quieter, quieter. Somebody mentioned good health as one of the goals of life. This is a good way to keep good health, I tell you. There's nothing better than dancing and chanting. Especially when you jump up and down, because it massages the bottom of the feet. And then all your body, nerves, your immune system, everything becomes activated. When you put your hands up like this, it's also really good. Very good for your health. So even in kirtan, it achieves that goal. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Oh, okay. Slippery floor, very slippery. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Come on, wake up! Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. On, hands up. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hey, Haribo! Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Come on, everybody. Come on. Come on, get in there. Safe journey. Go around. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Come on, ladies, louder! Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Louder! Hands up! Hands up! 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everybody, hands up! Hands up! Jai Gauranga! Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Come here, come on, come here, come on. Come on, you guys, come on. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Together, together. One more time, you two. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hello! Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Rama. Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hey, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Oh! Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hey, hey, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hey, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hey, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Vishnu Pad Paramahamsa Parivajacharya Oshtotara Sadasha A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki